Jumper app. Jumper themselves, the app's formed by Niall Nassar, an intuitive mobile platform that delivers comprehensive show jumping statistics and analytics right to your fingertips. And we've got a couple of jumper ones to watch as we go through our first round. If you're a rider, trainer, dealer, team manager, broadcaster, or just a fan of international show jumping, Jumper will revolutionize the way you follow and learn about horses and riders. So go to the App Store and search for the Jumper Equestrian app, J-U-M-P-R, and download today. We're delighted to welcome Hagyard Equine Medical Institute as our supporting sponsors here of our Lugano Diamonds Grand Prix. With more than 50 veterinarians and 146 years of experience, the Hagyard Equine Medical Institute is the oldest and one of the largest equine veterinary practices in the world. The Institute offers a staff with qualifications unparalleled by any single non-university veterinary group. The facility, located just across the road here from the Kentucky Horse Park, boasts superior ambulatory services, the world-renowned Davidson Surgery Center, McGee Medicine and Fertility Centers, Hagyard Laboratory, Sports Medicine Center, Hyperbaric Medicine Facility, and Hagyard Pharmacy. Hagyard Equine Medical Institute has a history of doing what's best for your horses. For more information, visit hagyard.com. And of course, our title sponsors, not just for our Grand Prix, but of our whole season this year, is Lugano Diamonds. Lugano's worldwide connections, procuring the rarest, most unique and largest stones, enables the company to offer an unmatched inventory of elegant, wearable works of art, including a unique line of equestrian-inspired pieces. Be sure to visit one of the beautiful Lugano salons to experience their spectacular jewelry up close or access luganodiamonds.com. And we will be having our Lugano Salon with us as part of the VIP experience this winter at the Longines FEI Jumping World Cup Qualifier, Fort Worth, Texas, coming to the Will Rogers Coliseum once again as the Lugano Diamond Split Rock Jumping Tour plays host to World Cup action once again in Texas. Well, ladies and gentlemen, within 10 minutes now of the start of competition here, of our final competition in the main ring, the Grand Prix ring of the week one of the Lugano Diamond Split Rock Jumping Tour here, the Fall Hunter Jumper Classic in the Kentucky Horse Park. Let's cast our minds back, though, over the week so far here in the Walnut at Lugano Diamond Split Rock Jumping Tour. Well, up on the board, we're having a look at the start list for our competition to come. We're going to be starting with Harden Towel, the two-time US World Cup finalist. We've got Dara Kerens, who's been having a good show with us. We've got Michelle Braun, also a US World Cup finalist. Michelle's going to go early in the draw with Quinn for Split Rock Farms. We've got Daisy Farish, who was top 4 in the welcome with one of our other horses. She's going to ride Gurko today. We've got Will Simpson and Chaco P. Will, who's been having a good week with us, and a good week also in the Fist Pump Challenge. We've got Aaron Vale, who was on the podium in the speed on day 1 and was a winner of the welcome here 2 days ago with Prescott that he rides mid-draw. Got Santiago Lambre of Brazil, Santi, the two-time Split Rock Jumping Tour Grand Prix winner. We've also got Samuel Parro, himself a Split Rock Jumping Tour Grand Prix winner. Aaron Davis Heineken and NKH Cento Blue. Aaron had an FEI top 10 with us here this week as well. We've got Luis Francisco de Azevedo, who is top 5 in the speed. He rides Quaman. Jonathan McRae, one of our early Split Rock Jumping Tour Grand Prix winners as well. He goes towards the end of the draw, as does the combination that were on the podium in the big FEI welcome, the jump off here the other day, Victoria Ketchum and Ecstasy. So a last few minutes, I think, before the competition gets underway for you to see who you think and bet who you think will be jumping clear and might end up on our eventual podium in the bethorsesports.com app. 500 meters is the length of course set by Anderson Lima and his team, giving an 80 seconds time allowed. Let's have a look in a little bit of detail, if you cast your eyes over to the big screen, at the track laid out by Anderson here for us in the Walnut Ring. Well, starting over in the corner of the ring, onto the Derby bank behind the vendor village with the Lugano Diamonds Oxer. A little bit of a rampy Oxer to welcome them into the course in our meter 50 specification. Then it's a slight bending line over to the Hagyard fence at number 2, and nothing given away here. That's straight up to meter 50 maximum height. The green and white fence down by the in-gate, before then a roll away from the in-gate to the Sterling equestrian fence. Now this has those skinny rails. They'll be lighter, they'll fall a little bit easier, and then a related distance down to the double vertical Oxer. From 5AB, then it's over to the Vitalize with the V filler that causes so many problems coast to coast with us on the tour. Then the ESI meter 50 vertical. The triple combination comes next. The question here is Oxer, vertical Oxer, and it's a 2-stride, 1-stride triple combination. The Lugano Diamonds vertical at 9 with the water tray underneath, then pushes them down on quite a short distance to the Western Motifs at number 10, right by the in-gate. Jarvis Insurance, the sponsors of our National Prix, are the named fence at number 11, before coming down to the Cowboy Boots at 12, another big fence, meter 45 high, meter 50 wide, before then finishing over the arches just in front of the jury box here at number 13. A lot of jumping to be done out there. Anderson Lima setting a very good track for us here this week. Anderson will be our designer for World Cup this winter as well in Fort Worth in Texas. So, of course, we stay here in the Kentucky Horse Park for another week, culminating in another International Grand Prix next weekend. We had 2 weeks this summer. We saw Molly Ashcawley take the second week of 3-star with us in the summer here at the Horse Park. Then just a few short weeks until we go down to South Carolina for the Aiken International, a return to Bruce's Field, the Aiken Horse Park, for a competition on the Lugano Diamond Split Rock Jumping Tour. And that concludes our outdoor season. Then we go indoors, as we say, at the Will Rogers Memorial Coliseum in Fort Worth, Texas, the Longines FEI Jumping World Cup qualifier. And then it is the series finale and all of those $100,000 series championship classes coming up just after the turn of the new year at Sarasota, Florida. But before all that, we need to know who is going to be our next Grand Prix winner. The $100,000 Lugano Diamonds International Grand Prix coming up, presented by Hagyard. Ladies and gentlemen, to set the scene for our major international of the week, could we ask you please to rise as we play the national anthem of the United States of America. Thank you so much. Well, everything is in place. Let's see how many clears we get, how many competitors we get in the jump-off that will decide. But we prepare to welcome forward our first in the initial round, and that will tell us an awful lot about this track and our time allowed of 80 seconds. World Cup finalist and a rider, a good supporter of us on the Lugano Diamond Split Rock Jumping Tour as well. Hardental with Bohème de Moulin is our first to go. .81.05 on the clock with 2 down, the Lugano and the Western motif. So there's a total of 10 in the initial round for Jack and Bohème de Moulin. Well, next to go, a Grand Prix winner at Tryon, North Carolina, and a European Tour rider as well. Lacey Gilbertson with Seabrook LLC's Damsels Saint-Emel. Damsels Saint-Emel and Lacey Gilbertson give us clear round number 1 of our Lugano Diamonds International Grand Prix, a meter 50 standard presented by Haggard. So who will give us another clear and guarantee us a jump off? We go to Simon McCarthy. Simon's been jumping a lot of 5-star here in North America since we saw him here for our 2 weeks in June at the Horse Park on the Lugano Diamond Split Rock Jumping Tour. Simon with Rockridge Farms, gotcha. Gotcha and Simon McCarthy, they get us a jump off. USA versus Ireland so far, clear round 1 and 2, Damsel Saint-Amel and Gotcha. Audrey Mascari is our next to go. Audrey, who jumped with us this spring in Florida at Sarasota at the Terra Nova Equestrian Center. Cicero HS and Audrey for the USA. (16) jumping 1 for time with 80.67 being the time taken for Audrey and Cicero HS. So 2 clears so far. Well, next to go, World Cup finalist, career winner of the American Gold Cup, and with this horse, a winner of our 3-star Grand Prix here in Kentucky this summer. Molly Ashcawley with Louisburg Farms, Cappuccino. Cappuccino and Molly Ashcawley are our 3rd clear round. Already a Split Rock Grand Prix winning combination. Are they about to make it a double? This is a rider who has ridden to the international advanced level in eventing, doing so at the Ocala Jockey Club event a few seasons ago. Olivia Cliver now turning her hand to international jumping with on-the-mark equestrians Connor 6'9". One in the triple combination line and the plank right by the in-gate down for Olivia and Connor. 8 faults in 79.20. Again, a rider who made good use of the 2 weeks of international jumping on the Lugano Diamond Split Rock Jumping Tour here with us this summer in the Kentucky Horse Park. Jumped the Under-25 Tour this spring at WEF as well. Francisco Goyaga Mole. Francisco Goyaga with Ice Zutendale Z for Spain. Last goes as well, unfortunately, the archers, so it is a total of 8 for Francisco and Ice Zutendale. Francisco, the faster of our 2/8s, so goes 4th at the moment. Well, next to go, a combination that had a very good result together in our Split Rock Jumping Tour Grand Prix in Aiken, South Carolina last year. Michelle Braun and Quinn, the US 3-time World Cup finalist, Michelle Braun, rides for Split Rock Farm. Eight jumping faults, 4 time faults in 83.80 there for Michelle. Michelle, interestingly, came down from the Sterling to the Split Rock in an absolutely beautifully ridden 7. We've seen 7s and 6s down there so far. Chris Ujanowski is going to be our next to go. Chris with Polo Jump LLC's Condor de Valdici. Condor and Chris were top 5 finishes in our 2-star Grand Prix in week 1 of the summer visit here to the Kentucky Horse Park. Denied at the last, unfortunately, Chris, just inside the time, 79.360, but it is with 4 faults from the archers. Actually, our only 4 faulters so far goes into 4th behind our 3 clear rounds. First visit to a Lugano Diamond Split Rock Jumping Tour show this season for Fabio Levis Costa. Bonchance Farms HFB Versace by Verdi for the Brazilian International. Clear over the fences, but it is slow. It's 3 for time, 82.07 for HFB Versace and Fabio Levis Costa. On we go to US Nations Cup rider this spring at Jalapa in Mexico, Maria Costa. Maria subsequently riding with us over in Europe. This is her first international show back in North America. Maria with Ravello Farms Iceman B. So unfortunate. Maria's another one to jump clear, but with the time faults, it's two of them for Maria, 81.77. Well, next to go, a championship rider for Ireland. He represented Ireland at the Windsor Europeans. He's one of our jumper ones to watch as well from our statistics app with this horse, Valentino Tullier. He goes clear more than half of the time and actually is a top finisher, nearly 60% of the time as well. It's Derek Aarons with Eve Jobs' Valentino Tullier combination that was second in the welcome. We were looking for a clear all the way home there from Valentino and Derek Aarons. Unfortunately, the cowboy boots goes 4 faults in a very good time, 74.67. That will be one of our fastest 4 faulters, but those time penalties will stay in front. Fabio Levis on 3, Maria Costa on 2. Combination that we saw, a rider we saw take a top 5 in the jump off format welcome with us 2 days ago, Daisy Farish. Daisy today chooses to ride Lane's End Show Jumping's Gerko. Gerko by the VDL Sars Rocco Blue. Daisy and Gerko give us our first clear in a wee while. It is clear round number 4 for Gerko and Daisy Farish. Well, next to go, a combination who had some good results here with us over the course of the 2-star tour midsummer at the Kentucky Horse Park on the Lugano Diamond Split Rock Jumping Tour. Chandler Meadows. Chandler owns and rides Konak by Nabab Derev. 4 for jumping, 1 for time there for Chandler and Konak. It is a 5-fault round, going into 9th place as things currently stand. Well, next to go for Australia, it is Tyser Owen. Tyser comes here fresh off some good results in the 2-star leg of the Hampton Classic Horse Show on Long Island. This is Tyser Owen with Vanturo. .79.10 and clear. That's going to put Australia onto the board, the starting list for our short course. USA, Ireland and Australia. 3 nations amongst our 5 starters as we go on in our $100,000 Lugano Diamonds International Grand Prix presented by Haggard. Ashley Vogel's going to be our next on course. Ashley owns and rides this one. It's a Milord Carthago horse. It's Madiba AGZ. Two for time it is for Ashley Vogel and Madiba with 81.38 on the clock. So another one of our jumper app ones to watch and maybe put a little bit of points towards in the BetHorseSports.com app. Will Simpson, US Olympian, Chaco P. Will Simpson, Chaco P. Again, about a third of the time we'd see him jump clear or finish in the top of the ranking. And at this level, they've jumped about 84 times meter 50 or so. So Will Simpson and Chaco P on course for Will Simpson Stables, the USA. Well, 12 falls, unfortunately, for Will. Inside the time, 79.46. Might have to be a consolation fist pump for you this today, Will. I know you'll be with us next week as well, looking for that victory. We go on to Alison Robitaille. Alison, who's had some very good Grand Prix results over her career. Pan American Games medalist for the USA as well. Alison with Alison Firestone's Oakingham Lira. Alison and Oakingham Lira, it's 4 faults in just over 76 seconds. That will go 10th place at the moment. 5 clears coming back to us so far for the jump-off in our Lugano Diamonds Grand Prix presented by Haggard. Sire Happy is our next to go. Sire owns and rides this one, Zao de Erincourt by Zandor. And Zao de Erincourt and Sire were top 10 finishers in our International Grand Prix at the 2-star level this summer here in Lexington, Kentucky. Well, sadly, sire, having had the couple down, is electing to retire on course here in the initial round of our Grand Prix here today. Well, our next to go is Tanner Karotkin. Tanner with Rupert Winkleman's Quinn. Tanner, who had some very, very good results with another horse, Ideal, throughout the week of five-star jumping during Nations Cup week at Thunderbird in Canada this summer. What a fast, clear round there from Tanner Karotkin and Quinn. 73.22 is the time taken for our sixth clear round. Ready to come back for the short course. Aaron Vale and Prescott, winners of yesterday's Welcome again. They haven't jumped too many rounds at this level, but they have been very successful, finishing in the top few nearly 40% of the time. What will be the case today? Aaron Vale with Thinks Like a Horse's Prescott are next on course. Well, one we thought would probably be nailed down for a clear. Arenvale and Prescott do so. 78.94 on the clock there. Clear round number 7. And they come back in the order in which they qualify as well for that jump off. So that's a good draw for Arenvale. Already an international winner with us this week, a 2-time Split Rock Jumping Tour Grand Prix winner, most recently in Aiken, South Carolina in the 2020 season. Santiago Lambre with Mario Nate's Chaco Blue. So calling it a day on course, Santiago Lambre and Chaco Blue retire. Combination jumping very consistently here in North America and recently represented the Dominican Republic in championship action at the Bolivarian Games in Bogota. This is Jador Flamenco and Maria Gabriela Brugal Gasso. So clear for Maria Gabriela Brugal Gasso. That is clear round number 8. As we go on to another former Split Rock Jumping Tour Grand Prix winner, one of the early days back in 2016. The May event at the Split Rock Farm went to Samuel Parro. Samuel for Chile has been a podium finisher this week in the speed leg of the FEI Tour, and in our Grand Prix rides Ilan Ferder's Cristal Blue. Well, split rock jumping to a Grand Prix winner, Samuel Parro, Olympian for Chile, and Crystal Blue make it through as clear round number 9. NKH Cento Blue is the ride for our next to go. Texas's Aaron Davis Heineken. Aaron, who's been a Grand Prix winner at Wellington in Florida and jumping a lot of good rounds at the 5-star level across the Major League Series at the moment. Riding October Hill Sales, NKH Cento Blue, Aaron Davis Heineken. Eight faults for Aaron here, NKH Cento Blue, and Aaron finishing on that total of 8, 77.94 the time taken. Rider who represented his country in the 5-star Nations Cup Grand Prix of Le Ball this spring, Brazil's Luis Francisco da Azevedo, World Championship level rider for Brazil. Top 5 finisher in the speed this week, rides HFG Quama for Santa Cecilia Stables. Four faults for Luis Francisco and Quaman, 76.59. 14th is the ranking spot for him, behind those couple on time faults and our 9 clears currently coming back for the jump-off. Second ever split rock jumping to a Grand Prix winner, Jonathan McRae, now with Windsor Show Stables Gazelle ES. And Jonathan McRae and Gazelle are another one that Jumper Up tells us is one to watch. They've jumped about 45 rounds at this level, and 1 in 5 times they jump clear. 1 in 5 times they're the top 10%. John McRae comes home with the single rail, the cowboy boots down, 4 faults with Gazelle. Well, a combination we saw jump in the Invitational in the Rolex Stadium during the Land Rover Kentucky 3-day event, and a rider who took top 10 in a $100,000 3-star Grand Prix with us here this summer in Kentucky. This is Summerhill, Summer with Andrea Simpson's Labelle SCF. Unlucky, just 4 faults in the triple combination line there for Summer and Labelle SCF. Todd Minicus Limited's Juju VDM is our next on course. This is a rider coming here once again for international action with us on the Lugano Diamond Split Rock Jumping Tour at the Kentucky Horse Park. Jumped 2-star with us this summer. And next to go, Juju VDM, Savannah Hemby. 4 vaults once again very close to home at the cowboy boots for Juju VDM and Savannah Hemby. That 4 vault, 77.63, goes 17th. Our fastest 4 vaulter is Tarek Herons and Valentino Tullier holding 13th. Very good and loyal supporter of the Lugano Diamond Split Rock Jumping Tour, Victoria Ketchum, riding the horse that gave her a podium finish in the big jump-off welcome class on the International Tour here on Friday. This is Ecstasy. And Victoria electing to retire there with Ecstasy. So last to go in the initial round of jumping. Will it be 9? Will it be 10 for the jump off? Could easily be 10. This rider has been in the mix in our big Grand Prix, the 3-star International Grand Prix in Columbus, Ohio, and also this spring in Terra Nova in Sarasota, Florida, riding Fantast Van Het Vinkenhoff for Coral Sea Stables. Last to go for the USA, Kristen Berrien. Well, jumping 4 for time there for Kristen and Fantast Van Het Vinkenhoff. So it will be 9 coming back to us. Lacey Gilbertson, Simon McCarthy for Ireland, Molly Ash, Corley and Cappuccino, our Kentucky winners this summer. Daisy Farish and Gurko, Tyza Irwin and Vanturo for Australia. Tana Karotkin and Quinn, Aaron Vale and Prescott, winner of the welcome. Maria Gabriela Brugal-Gasso for the Dominican Republic, Chador Flamenco. Chile's Samuel Parro and Crystal Blue go last. Samuel, who won the Aiken leg of the Lugano Diamond Split Rock Jumping Tour. It was, in fact, just last winter that Samuel took victory down there in South Carolina. So our team going to set up the shortened course. We'll talk you through it just before we get our first of 9 back in a little bit over 10 minutes here at the Lugano Diamond Split Rock Jumping Tour. So just finishing the ESI footing preparation here of the surface in the Walnut Ring, ready for our jump off. The Lugano Diamonds Split Rock Jumping Tour Grand Prix, presented by Hagyard Medical Institute. 4 minutes away from first horse. Lugano Diamonds over at number 1 is going to be our first on the jump off course. Over to the Hagyard at number 2. Then it is a left-hand roll back to a new fence, the Horseflight vertical at new fence 15. Across the ring then to the Dalman Jump Company fence at 16. Dalman Jump Company make all of our split rock jumps that we travel coast to coast with. The Archers down here in front of us at number 13 comes up next on the course. Then the 2 remaining parts of the triple combination line, 8B, 8C on the 1-stride distance, before going and finishing over the Lugano Diamonds vertical, the meter 50 vertical with the water tray underneath. So Lugano, Hagyard, Horseflight, Dalman, Archers, triple combination BC and Lugano. 1, 2, 15, 16, 13, 8BC and 9. The jump off track to be completed inside 52 seconds to be free of time penalties. And 9 qualified to come back to us. We're delighted to have Lugano Diamonds as our title sponsor of the 2022 Split Rock Jumping Tour. Lugano Diamonds' worldwide connections procure the rarest, most unique and largest stones, enabling the company to offer an unmatched inventory of elegant, wearable works of art, including a unique line of equestrian-inspired pieces. And also Hagyard Equine Medical Institute. Hagyard Equine Medical Institute have been our partners at the Kentucky Invitational, and we're delighted to have them as presenting sponsors for this Grand Prix. Just across the road, they have 50 veterinarians and 146 years of experience, making them the oldest and one of the largest equine veterinary practices in the world. The Hagyard Equine Medical Institute offers a staff with qualifications unparalleled by any single non-university veterinary group. The facility here in Kentucky boasts superior ambulatory services, the world-renowned Davidson Surgery Center, the McGee Medicine and Fertility Centers, the Hagyard Laboratory, the Sports Medicine Center, the Hyperbaric Medical Facility, and the Hagyard Pharmacy. Hagyard Equine Medical Institute have a history of doing what's best for your horses. Find out more, visit them at hagyard.com. And delighted to have Dr. Jessica Gould and Dr. Alexa Mahaffey here with us today, representing Hagyard, and they'll be part of our awards ceremony coming up after our jump off too. So here is our first of 9. We wish them all the very best of luck, but who is going to be our Grand Prix champion? Lacey Gilbertson and Seabrook LLC's Damsel Saint ML lead us off for the United States of America. Well, 4 down, unfortunately, there for Lacey. It's going good guns when she got to the archers, though, and that was at about 21 seconds. We'll use that as a reference time, but 16 and 40.78 is the score and time for Lacey. Straight after Lacey gave us our first clear round, Simon McCarthy came through and delivered us a jump-off. Riding Rockridge Farms, Gotcha. Ireland's Simon McCarthy. Can they be our first double clear? The best so far, Simon McCarthy and Gotcha get the double clear, 37.89 on the clock. And again, jumping the archers in front of us at about 21 seconds, time elapsed. Well, seeing if they can defend their Lexington title won here in June at the 3-star level. Molly Ashcawley and Louisburg Farms, Cappuccino, 194. Well, always going to be that little bit slower. When we looked at the pace, Molly Ashcawley and Cappuccino 40.17. The last goes as well, unfortunately. So we'll be overtaken by any further double clears we get. Simon McCarthy remains our leader. Already a top 5 finisher in the jump-off format. Welcome this week. Now riding Lane's End Show Jumping's Gerko. Our fourth to see here is Daisy Farish. Eight falls then for Sales Kentucky's Lane End Show Jumping's Gerko and Daisy Farish. Well, next to go, our representative of Australia in our jump-off starting field. Riding Vanturo for Michael Smith, it's Tyser Irwin. Time to beat 37.89 from our only double clear, Simon McCarthy and Gotcha. Well, tactically choosing not to chase Simon's leading time of 37.89 and settle in for the double clear. 41.01 on the clock, goes second at the moment, and it does still put pressure on others because they have to be without error to overtake Tanner and to overtake Tyser and Vanturo there. It's Tanner who's next. Tanner Korotkin with Rupert Winkleman's Quinn 3-3 for the United States of America. Quinn, a very well-bred 12-year-old Holsteiner by Kidam de Revel. Fantastic round from one of our younger contenders, a U25 rider. Tanner Korotkin and Quinn go around in 36.19, so 1.7 seconds quicker than Simon McCarthy and Gotcha over this course set by Anderson Lieber. Well, a rider we've seen with great successes this year, the Dixon Oval in Devon throughout the winter, or the World Equestrian Centre Series in Ocala, and also in the 2- and 5-star tour at the Hampton Classic Horse Show this summer. Aaron Vale with his welcome class winner, Prescott. .36.80 goes into the middle, splits the difference. Aaron Vale and Prescott go second. Tanner Korotkin and Quinn 3-3 have the best time still, 36.19. Next to go, another nation represented was the Dominican Republic. Our 8th of 9 clear rounds came from Maria Gabriela Brugalgaso, riding Jadot Flamenco. Four faults over at the horseflight vertical, unfortunately for Maria Gabriela Brugal and Jador Flamenco for the Dominican Republic. 41.11 on the clock, so 6th on our ranking. So last to go. Would you bet against him though? Samuel Parot, Crystal Blue, the Chaco Blue horse for Samuel, riding for Ilan Ferda, the Chilean rider, double Olympian and Split Rock Jumping Tour Grand Prix winner in the past. Just sneaks the fastest four-faulter away from Molly Ashcawley. Samuel Parot goes into 5th position with our fastest four-faulter, 40.13, 400ths faster than Molly Ashcawley and Cappuccino, who drops to 6th. But it is victory with a double clear in 36.19 here, a first Split Rock Jumping Tour Grand Prix win for Tana Karotkin and Quinn 3-3 for the United States of America. Lacey Gilbertson took 9th in our jump-off. Daisy Farish and Gurko 8th. Maria Gabriela Brugal and Jador Flamenco 7th for the Dominican Republic. Molly Ashcawley and Cappuccino on just 4 faults finished 6th. Samuel Parot and Crystal Blue for Chile in 5th. Double clear for Tyza Irwin and Vanturo. They take 4th. Podium finish then for Simon McCarthy and Gotcha, who gave us our first double clear. Aaron Vale and Prescott, the winner of the Welcome on Friday, finished 2nd here today, and Tana Karotkin and Quinn 3-3 with victory in 36.19, taking the Lugano Diamonds International Grand Prix presented by Hagyard Equine Medical Institute. So stay with us, awards coming up, and don't forget another full week of action here across our Hunter and Jumper rings in the 2nd week of the Fall Hunter Jumper Classic here on the Lugano Diamond Split Rock Jumping Tour. A tour that will move on to Aiken, South Carolina in November, and then on to the indoors, the Will Rogers Memorial Coliseum in Fort Worth, Texas for the Longines FEI Jumping World Cup. Well, here they are, ladies and gentlemen, being led into the ring by founder and president of the Split Rock Jumping Tour, Derek Braun, our top finishers in our International Grand Prix. An excellent class. Anderson Lima doing a fantastic job out there on the course, delivering a 9-horse jump-off. And here are our best 8. Daisy Farish and Gurko in the 8th position. Maria Gabriela Brugal and Jador Flamenco taking 7th for the Dominican Republic. Molly Ashcawley and Cappuccino are summer winners here with us in the horse park. They take 6th. Samuel Parot, a winner before for Chile here in Kentucky over at Split Rock Farm in the early days of the tour. He takes 5th with Crystal Blue. Tyza Irwin for Australia gives us another nation on the leaderboard. Tyza and Vanturo jump double clear and take a 4th place finish. Then it is our podium placings. As we get up towards those podiums, Derek being accompanied by Dr. Jessica Gould and Dr. Alexin Mahaffey from Hagyard Equine Medical Institute. Now, thanks so much to them for their supporting sponsorship here today and the support of the invitational class that we've been running for the last few years during the course of the Land Rover Kentucky 3-day event presented by Mars Equestrian, the 5-star flagship of eventing sport here in North America. And it's wonderful to be able to present international show jumping with the support of Hagyard during that week here in the Bluegrass. But stepping up onto the podium, taking third place with Gotcha on a double clear, Ireland's Simon McCarthy. The grey coat visible there is our welcome winner, a rider who had a very good Aiken with us last year as well. His wife also winning well during our Junior Amateur Series this week. With Prescott, Aaron Vale, second place. But it is victory for one of the young guns of our sport, a fantastic result, 36.19 over the short course and double clear, of course, for Tanner Korotkin. Tanner with Rupert Winkleman's Quinn 3-3, your winner. Well, the prize check there as well, showing the lion's share of the $100,000 prize fund going to Tanner Korotkin. And ladies and gentlemen, with our podium now all in place, our representatives of Hagyard, of Split Rock, and our top three all there, can we ask you to rise as we celebrate the victory here today of Tanner Korotkin of the United States of America with the playing of his national anthem. Tanner's first jump-off class victory came last year at Tryon in North Carolina at a -50 jump-off level in the 3-star. Now he takes his first international Grand Prix victory here in the 3-star with us in Lexington, Kentucky, the $100,000 Lugano Diamonds -50 3-star Grand Prix presented by Hagyard Equine Medical Institute. We're going to get our top three off the podium and back on board. And we'll see whether we're going to get any change in the leaderboard as well of the High Gain Fist Pump sponsor. Fist Pump Award this week. Kinser Vale out of the annex from the .85 jumpers, the current leader. Dare any of these international riders do such a fist pump that would take victory away from a .85 jumper rider? Also mentioned Riders Boutique, who've supplied all of the Split Rock Jumping Tour coolers for the 2022 season. Thanks to them, you can visit them in the vendor village, and you can visit Winslow Show Photography up there as well for the memories of the whole week, every ring, every division. But one more memory to be made as Tanner Korotkin is about to lead off his first ever Grand Prix victory gallop here, and does so in the prestigious Kentucky Horse Park on the Lugano Diamonds Split Rock Jumping Tour. Your Grand Prix champion, Tanner Korotkin and Quinn. Congratulations, Tanner. U25 rider in WEF this spring, now Grand Prix winner here with us on Split Rock. Aaron Vale and Prescott, so close, taking the red ribbon here today Simon McCarthy Gotcha double clear for third for Ireland. Tyser Irwin and Vanturo double clear as well for Australia. Samuel Parro, Crystal Blue in fifth. Molly Ashcawley in sixth. Maria Gabriela Brugal, Jadot Flamenco seventh. Dominican Republic. And Daisy Farish and Gerka rounding out our top 8 here for ribbons. Well, we're going to welcome forward Anna Koss in a moment. Anna from Highgain, who have been our sponsors here for week 1 of the Fist Pump Challenge at the Split Rock Jumping Tour. And I think we've got everything in place. Stephanie and Sammy working hard there at the in-gate, because we're going to present our week 1 Fist Pump Challenge, and it is going to go to a rider from the Annex Ring, from the .85 jumpers. Congratulations to our Fist Pump winner, week 1, Kinza Vale. Well, that's why we didn't see a good fist pump from Aaron Vale there during the round of honour, because, of course, Kinza Vale in line for this big prize check in the Highgain Fist Pump Challenge. Fist Pump Challenge, part of Split Rock since day 1, when Kevin Babington was our first Grand Prix champion over at the farm in the spring of 2015.